Hello all, myself Pavitra T. I'm an IT student of GZ Barron Hills. I'm here to take a presentation on the topic Deep Learning as a part of TalkCock, an online tech talk series initiated by CSI GCB. So before going into my presentation, I would like to thank them for this opportunity. So here I'll be just giving an idea of deep learning. It is an outline. It won't be that much detailed, okay? So let's begin. So contents, here I'll be giving a small introduction about artificial intelligence and machine learning and the need of deep learning and what is deep learning and some of its applications. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning, which is in turn a subset of artificial intelligence. So first let's see what artificial intelligence is. It refers to the stimulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. AI allows machines to perform activities such as observing, learning, planning, reasoning, etc. That is, to put it simply, AI is a technology to mimic human behavior. So machine learning, it is a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. That is, machine learning is a technique to achieve AI through algorithms trained with data. Also, it is a branch of AI based on the idea that systems can learn from data, identify patterns and make decisions. That is something which humans can easily do, right? So why deep learning? Why deep learning when we already have machine learning, or what is the need of deep learning? That's what we are gonna see here. High dimensional data, that is, machine learning fails when we have large number of input and output. Also, to solve crucial AI problems like NLP, handwriting and image recognition, etc., feature extraction that we will see now. So, if you ask a group of students to write the number 5, obviously they won't write it in the same font, right? That is, they'll have different handwritings and that is easily identified by a human brain. But this isn't the case with machines. So that is where the need of deep learning comes in. So feature extraction, that is, here in machine learning, if you're giving an input, you should also specify the features of that. Then only it can process. But in the case of deep learning, the models are capable to focus on the right features by themselves. That is, if you are giving, let's say, a book, then you should specify the length and breadth of the book. That is the features, right? So we should specify all those things. In terms of deep learning, this structure is called artificial neural network. Here in machine learning, we have to specify the features, but if done by deep learning, the features are picked out by the neural network without human intervention. Also, if you forget to give, say, the width of the book, the machine cannot predict that by its own, but deep learning does. That is, here, see, I gave something that totally doesn't make any sense, right? But the machine itself predicted it could be artificial intelligence and gave me the output. So that prediction part is done more efficiently in deep learning. So what is deep learning? It is an AI function that imitates the working of the human brain in processing data and creating patterns for use in decision making. Okay. Deep learning structures algorithms in layers to create artificial neural network that can learn and make intelligent decisions on its own. That is, deep learning is a type of machine learning inspired by the structure of human brain. So as I already mentioned, these networks are called artificial neural networks, and this is the input layer, this will be the output layer, and there are so many hidden layers in it. That is, the hidden layers, the number of hidden layers is directly proportional to the complexity of the problem. You can add more hidden layers if it is a more complex problem. So here what happens is, the information is fed from one layer to another over connecting channels. These lines are called channels, okay? So each node will have some information about the data they encounter, and after that each node will send an information to the next node, which learns a more abstract version of the data given. The more layers you give, more abstract version will be produced. That is, for complex problems you can use that. Each of these layers will have a value attached to it. Based on these processes, an activation function is formed, and every activated neuron has its own information to the following layers. This continues up to the second last layer, and the one response activated in the output layer corresponds to the input layer, and that is how we obtain the output. Also, if we didn't get our desired output, we will update our weight, and this process will happen again and again until we get the output. This process of updating is nothing but a backpropagation method. So actually, deep learning are implemented by the help of deep networks, which is nothing but neural networks. With the multiple hidden layers, as you can see here, every node is interconnected. There can be multiple hidden layers, there can be even hundreds of hidden layers as well. So let's learn more about this with an example. We have thousands of pictures here. Let's see how the machine learns each face. That is, here we are not giving any features, that is, the feature extraction is done by the machine itself. That's what we already discussed. So here we provide these raw data to the first layer, that is the input layer. These input layers fix the patterns with a local contrast, that is, they differentiate these pictures on the basis of colors and all, and send to the next layer. And in the next layer, it will determine the face features such as eyes, nose, etc., and will send to the next layer. And here they will accumulate the features for the correct face and will determine the faces, and will send to the output layer. So this is how the machine learns, and you can add more hidden layers to find solutions for more complex problems, like here for example, if you want a face with dimple or with a mole, etc., you can do that. So this is just an overview of how a deep network looks like. So these are some applications of deep learning: self-driven cars, automatic handwriting generation, pixel restoration. Pixel restoration is the process of taking a correct image and estimating the original image, that kind of things. And colorization of black and white images. Deep dreaming, it is the generation of machine hallucinated images. And detection of growth delays in children. Demographic prediction, that is, it is the predictions related to population and all. Sound addition to silent films, news aggregation, automatic machine translation, etc. So that's all about this presentation. Thank you.